So I want to start the year off doing favorites and actually sticking to a favorites every month, and here it is, January 31st, and I am just now sitting down to film this. And so obviously I am running late. I'm gonna try to get it up today. Hopefully I do. But I was trying to think of a way to make it so I'm not so repetitive in naming products that I use in my weekly makeup basket. So what I thought I would do is I was gonna try to stick to about 5 of my standout products that I just either couldn't help myself but use, or enjoyed so much that I used either the entire week or continued into other weeks, and go from there. And I immediately, for this month, these products were the first things I thought of. So I just knew that they were gonna for sure be my favorites for January. So let's get started. I do have one fail. I don't know if I'll have fails every month, but I do have one. So let's start with a foundation. And again, I'm not gonna necessarily have 5 different products. They could all be peach. They could all be blushes next month. I just wanted to pick 5 products, like I said, that just popped in my head that I knew I want to talk about because those are so good. And so the first that I automatically knew I wanted to be in this was the Zoeva Authentic Skin. I had this in a weekly makeup basket, and I have to admit I did pull it a couple times in other weeks where it wasn't in, because it is so good. I get the best skin look. It does look so natural. I love that it's called Authentic Skin because I definitely think that is a perfect name for it. It is so good. The color matches me. The formula is amazing. It's hydrating. It says it's natural luminous. I would say that's very accurate because I don't look greasy or glowy, but I just feel hydrated and nice and natural. I feel natural, and that's kind of what I look for in a foundation. I don't want to feel anything heavy on my skin, and this does not feel heavy at all. The next item that absolutely popped in my head was this bronzer from Too Faced, the Milk Chocolate Soleil. I have only ever owned the Chocolate Soleil, and I liked it, but I never really got the hype, and I think it's because I didn't have this color. So one of my friends sent me this color, and I love it. It is so good. I will definitely, if I ever run out of it, because I don't think I've ever gone through a bronzer, but if I were to run out of it, I would repurchase this without thinking. It is so good. The color is great. It's so natural on my skin. If you haven't tried it, I definitely would say go try it. If you have tried it or own it and you haven't pulled it out in a while, pull it out, see what you think, because I think it is wonderful. And it is an old product, but it is so, so good. The other product that immediately popped in my head was, surprisingly, because I've never been a huge fan of Tarte blushes, but it is this Tarte blush by Tarte called Amour. I had this in a weekly makeup basket, and then I moved it into the week after it. It is just so pretty. It is the most natural blush. I think it gives a natural flush of pink. If you have a cool undertone, I think you'll definitely love this color. And I think you would like this color even if you were a darker, deeper color skin tone. I just think it is very easy, natural. It's hard to go overboard. It's so gorgeous. I don't know how I got this. It's in a mini, so I must have got it in a set or something, but I've probably had it for way too long and never tried it, and I am really sorry because it is so good. I'm probably gonna keep it out and use it in the month of February. I just think it is just a gorgeous pink blush. So pretty. The next product that I thought of immediately was actually not in any of my makeup baskets, but I did use it all month long, probably 2 or 3 times every week, because I was trying to use the makeup basket, but I would throw this one in, and I probably should just put it in a makeup basket because it's so good. It is the RMS Beauty Highlighter. This is in the color Grande Dame, I think is how you would say that. I love the Living Luminizer from RMS. I think that is so good, so hydrating, so natural. This is almost better. They're very tied. They're very tied. But I didn't use the Living Luminizer at all this month, so I couldn't have put that in here. But it just looks like, look, it's so natural. This is actually making my Laura Mercier Highlight 01, that's been my holy grail for like 6-7 years, a run for its money. This is so, so, so good. I don't even know what to say. It is so good. If you've not tried it, please do. It is a very natural, if you have textured or aging or mature skin, I think this will work for everyone. It is, I am so glad I own it. I used it all December and didn't really talk about it. Loved it, and then I really use it a lot more this month, and I just thought, I am always wanting to use it. I have to force myself sometimes to use the highlighters in my basket because I automatically just want to use this. It is that good. So that is number 4, the 5th and last product of my favorites. And like I said, I don't know if I'm going to stick to 5. Maybe try to stick to a little bit because I don't want to have it be just super long. But the only other thing I could think of that, like I said, popped in my mind right away was this lipstick. And it is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink. This is in the color Revolutionary. Oh my gosh, I didn't think I would like this color because I thought it would be way too dark. This is like almost a your lips but better color, and yeah, it is so pretty. This is probably the best color I have ever bought in this line, and I probably own 4 or 5 of them, and this is so good. If you like neutral, every day with some pink, this is a color you should totally try out, especially if you're not used to wearing bright or dark colors. I think this is dark, but not dark enough that you'd feel uncomfortable, and it's not too light. I mean, it's just the perfect nude pink color. It's so pretty. I'm gonna get a rag because, a wipe, because it is hard to get off. So that is the other thing about this, is they go on, they really do stay forever. I mean, I used to always say that the only lipsticks that lasted on my lips for an extended amount of time was Kat Von D for sure, and the Lip Sense lipsticks. Those are long wearing, and nothing else comes even close to those two till this. This lasts all day. I put on a color yesterday, probably about 9 o'clock in the morning, and when I got home from a band concert at 8:30, it was still on my face. Not looking the best, but it was still on, very thick. And so what I was gonna say, it does wear down in your inner mouth where you're talking or eating or drinking, but it doesn't look horrible. Lip Sense does the same thing. Can't remember if Kat Von D does, but I know Lip Sense does the same thing. It does it really bad with Lip Sense, at least on me. I know some people it doesn't. This does it too, but not as bad as Lip Sense. But I will say, if I just throw on a chapstick on top of it, it kind of refreshes it, moves it around a teeny bit to where it doesn't look like it's worn, you know, all day, and I'm fine. Like, I don't have to add this color at all. It is so good. Highly recommend trying this line, but specifically this color. That is, those are my favorites of January 2020. I feel like I've started this year off with a bang with products. I have just been so happy. Makeup wise, I am good. Like, I have just been so happy. I feel like I'm getting back into my groove. I had mentioned I was sick at the beginning of December. I got pretty sick, and then it kind of just threw me in kind of a funk with makeup. So I'm glad to say I am probably back. I'm back feeling good and happy about my makeup and enjoying these products. I am going to try and do a no buy in February is kind of what I thought I would do, and try to stick to using just the products that either I've bought in recently or old products, and just focusing on those instead of trying to bring in new stuff. But that is kind of my goal for February. I did want to talk about one product that was a complete fail flop for me, and that is the Makeup Forever HD High Definition Powder. I have had this little sample for who knows how long, never tried it, pulled it out to try one time. I will never try it again. It was pretty dry on my face. I was using it with a foundation that I didn't like, so that could have messed it up. But I just felt like, you know what, I have so many other powders that I love that I'm not even gonna worry about it. I would just say, if you have a drier, textured complexion, stay away from this. It was horrible. It was horrible. Because usually if I have a bad foundation, I can use a finishing powder or a powder and it will fix it and it'll be fine. I'll be able to wear it the rest of the day. That made everything worse. So I don't know if the combination was bad or that both products are bad, but that is a no. I probably could have also thrown in the, here it is, Pretty Vulgar Cool AF foundation. That was horrible fail for me, but I won't talk about that because that is in my weekly favorites. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what your favorites were for this month. Anything that I need to try or maybe I already own and need to pull out. I'd love to know what you've been using. Like, what is your standout one product this month that you just loved? Let me know down below, and I will talk to you guys in my next video.